Destiny is a matter of choice and not a matter of chance. It's Michonne here, and I would like to talk to you today about how can you use competition to make progress. Today I was going for a long walk. I decided I'm going to go 6 miles today. I like to go to the gym and lift weights and get on the treadmill, but sometimes going outside, getting fresh air, listening to the trees and the birds, seeing cardinals and blue jays fly by, it's just it just makes you feel good. So today I'm going for this walk, and then something comes to me in my mind and just says, you haven't ran in a while. Let's start running. And so I just started running. I was like, okay, I'll just run and see what I can do. I'll try to run at least half a mile. And so the half a mile turned to a mile. And I said, woo, look what I just did. And so I was about to start walking, and then this woman kind of comes. She was on the other side of the sidewalk, on the other side of the street. She runs across the street, gets in front of me, and then starts jogging fast. And I'm like, well, I was about to stop jogging, but not now. So it was funny. Like, I was running, and this woman, like I was about to stop running, and this woman gets in front of me, and I'm like, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to beat her. Like, I don't even know who she is, but I'm a competitor. And I'm like, oh no, she didn't just get on the sidewalk and cut in front of me. Now, she could have just started running, but in my mind, no, it's on, right? Let's go. So anyways, she looked to be really in shape. I'm getting in shape. So she ran faster than I did. And then she turned around and she started running the opposite way. But I thought about it. And just from that little encounter with that woman, I ran another mile. I didn't even want to run. And I went from not caring to run to saying, okay, I'll do a mile, to, oh my gosh, I'm going to do 2 miles today. So I ended up doing 7 miles in total, and I had no plans to do that today. But what I did is I used that competition to make progress. And here's 3 simple ways that you can do that. Number 1, stay on your path. You may not run the same race as someone else. You may not do the same things as someone else. You're unique. You're your own person. You're individual. So what if you change from thinking about being competitive? I'm just going to focus on making progress every time. This person may have been doing it for years or months, but here I am just starting, so let me just focus on making progress. Number 2, do it your own way. Now, the woman I was running against, she was sprinting, and then she was cutting across the street, and she was zigzag, and I'm like, that's too much. She's doing a lot. So I'm just gonna stay on my little sidewalk and just jog. So what if you just focus on doing your own thing, kind of taking what you're focusing on and making it yours, doing it your own way, like branding it as yours. And number 3, celebrating your wins. So we can't just focus on what somebody else is doing. So what can you do to celebrate those small wins? So again, if you stay on your own path, just focus on making progress, not competing. Do it your own way. Brand it in some way that fits you. What they do is benefiting them, but what you do is going to benefit you. So how can you do it your own way? And number 3, celebrate the small wins. Even if I would have jogged 20 feet, that was 20 feet more than I did in quite a few months. Just focus on, I did it. I did that. I made progress today. And if you can focus on making progress versus competing, just imagine if you take a step every day towards your goal, making a step at a time, making progress, where will you be in a week, in a month, in a year? So I hope this was helpful, and these 3 tips are something that you can really put into use immediately. Thanks so much for listening.